Coming up on Look Today, well, Mayor Joanne Yepsen of Saratoga Springs delivers her State of the City address. I've got details. And Elizabeth Sobel, the president of SPAC, discusses her overall creative vision. More on that coming up. And Commissioner Michelle Madigan of Saratoga talks about the recent special city council meeting. I've got those details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. We got a great program for you tonight. I sit down with Cheryl Hage Perez. She's Executive Director of VCHC, and we're joined by Leah Rosenberger. She's the Associate Executive Director of same organization. They're here to talk about the name change from Saratoga County Rural Preservation Company to Veterans and Community Housing Coalition. I also sit down with Mayor Joe Orlo of South Glens Falls. He's here to discuss his decision to run for re-election as an independent and some of his achievements from the past 4 years. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, Mayor Joanne Yepsen of Saratoga Springs delivered her State of the City address last night at the city center. She reflected on successes of 2016 and the challenges and goals that lay ahead for 2017. Well, the achievements for 2016 include a number of grants received by the city and the growth of business, the Greenbelt Trail, and the newly purchased Pitney Meadows Community Farm. Well, Assemblywoman Carrie Werner was at the address, and we spoke to her about Saratoga's hopes for 2017.
You know, the mayor outlined quite a robust agenda for 2016, and certainly each of those will contribute to the ongoing vibrancy of our community here.
And we also spoke to the mayor about some of the main priorities for 2017.
So we want to continue our good efforts on a lot of these projects. I mean, the Greenbelt Trail we estimated would take 10 years to build. If we can get it done faster, that'll be great, and we'll continue to put emphasis on the need to complete that. We're going to move forward with implementing complete streets. We are known as a walkable, bikeable community, but we have such a long way to go to really be a complete street city.
In other news, Elizabeth Sobel, the new president and CEO for SPAC, discussed her overall creative vision for the Performing Arts Center and its role within our community. She invited members from the community to discuss the 2017 classical season, which will be announced February 5th. And we spoke to Elizabeth about her role and what it means to her.
Kind of a dream come true, really. I really had no idea I was going to feel this in love with the city and the place, and really feel like my life is now part of the mission of SPAC.
We also spoke to her about the uniqueness of Saratoga Springs and how SPAC contributes to the well-being of the city and its residents.
This is truly, truly a unique place where you've got a best-in-class venue with world-class performing artists on the stage, but also you're nestled into these 2,200 extraordinary acres of parkland, which are also situated in one of the most culturally vibrant small cities in the Northeast. There's nothing like it.
It is magical. All right, switching from news to weather. Today saw some flurries of snow with temperatures dropping into the mid-20s. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. Hope you've all been having a wonderful day so far. Well, a little bit cooler weather still on the way in right now. Watching a warm front followed by a low pressure area and cold front, all trying to swing on through. That's going to bring us some chances of snowfall with us through the overnight hours, and those temperatures will begin to bottom back out, especially as we head deeper into the rest of the week. The temperatures 26 Scranton, 24 degrees in Albany, 11 degrees in Burlington. You can see that snowfall begin to push back in. That means across the Tri-North counties and here in Glens Falls, we're going to be continuing to watch a chance of some snow, 1 to 3 inches of snowfall across the viewing area. 21 degrees for the overnight hours. Our high reaching 34 degrees with some snow showers through morning, but mostly seeing those cloudy skies hanging around. Temperatures thanks to a southwest southwesterly wind just barely edge back up above the freezing mark. We'll continue to see that chance of some early morning snow showers. It'll definitely feel cold out there heading out the door tomorrow morning. Wind chills in the teens, actual temperature between 20 and 24. Now, as we take a look at the extended forecast right now, you can see those temperatures not really going anywhere except for a little bit cooler. Thursday, 28 degrees, a few flurries once again in the forecast as another frontal boundary breeze is on by. Morning lows 19 degrees. Friday, Saturday morning 15 degrees for the morning low, and highs will come back up in the mid-20s. So a cold week of weather still lays ahead. We should stay drier though through the back half of the work week. Well, that's it from the Weather Center. Now let's get back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Brian. Happy winter. All right, back to the news. Well, a special City Council meeting in Saratoga Springs was called to discuss funding for the May 30th special elections. Now, that's going to determine the new form of government in the city. Now, due to a few absences in attendance by council members, the discussion never took place. And the absentees included Commissioner Michelle Madigan, Commissioner Skip Scirocco, and Commissioner Frank. Well, we spoke to Michelle Madigan about the meeting.
No, we requested that the meeting be canceled first thing in the morning when Commissioner Frank was unable to attend. 3 commissioners chimed in, and we were of the impression that there would not be a quorum and the meeting would be canceled.
Well, we're going to keep you updated. As you know, we've been following this topic real closely, and the meeting will be rescheduled. Up next, I sit down with Cheryl Hage Perez. She's the Executive Director of VCHC, and we're joined by Leah Rosenberger. She's the Associate Executive Director. They're here to talk about the name change from Saratoga County Rural Preservation Company to Veterans and Community Housing Coalition. Much better name. Plus, I also sit down with Mayor Joe Orlo of South Glens Falls. He's here to discuss his decision to run for re-election as an independent and some of his achievements in the past 4 years. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Tell me women didn't rule tonight on Look Today. It was quite a show. And I want to cycle back on a couple of things there. We, of course, covered the State of the City address last night in Saratoga. It was really crowded. Everyone was there, including Elizabeth Sobel, the new president of SPAC. Very well paced, very informative meeting. A lot of people were there. Also earlier in the evening, Elizabeth Sobel held this wonderful kind of fireside chat where she invited members of the community to come in and talk. And that was very insightful, not only about upcoming classical season at SPAC, which we will announce next week, but also just her feelings about the arts and the arts in Saratoga and SPAC in the community. And Elizabeth Sobel will be a guest next Tuesday here on Look Today. All right, I think that's it. Oh no, I have one more thing. You know, when we tape this show, I can look outside, and we've got soft jazz going on here today, and it's snowing like it's a snow cone. It is so beautiful and just reminds you of this beautiful area that we live in. That's it. Tonight on Look TV, it's a Queensbury Town Board meeting, and don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.